So you made all A's?
I did, Senator.
Did you make a B?
I did not, Senator.
Well, you'll never be a senator, that's for sure. They just bought their kids' way into college. I read the indictment last night. I got 80% of the way through it. It's long. It'll make you want to scream, make you want to heave. I don't know if you can scream and throw up at the same time, but I remind you, of course, you're both under oath. I'm going to try to scrape away a little of the innuendo here today. Do either of you hate black people?
Absolutely not, Senator.
Do either of you hate Asians?
No, Senator.
Of course not.
Do either of you hate women?
No, Senator.
Do either of you hate homosexuals?
No.
Absolutely not, Senator.
Do either of you hate transgender people?
No.
Absolutely not, Senator.
You're under oath now.
Yes.
Do either of you think that racially separate but purportedly equal schools are moral?
No,
They are not moral.
They're abhorrent, Senator.
Do either of you support sexual violence in the workplace or anywhere else?
No, Senator.
Absolutely not, Senator.
Do either of you hate little warm puppies?
I didn't hear, Senator.
Do either of you hate little warm puppies?
No, I
No,
love my
Senator.
dog, actually.
Okay, we got that out of the way. I want to talk about, Mr. Lee, actually, it's Professor Lee. Professor, I want to talk a little bit about the documents you turned over. You turned over 500 pages,
I did, Senator.
basically 2 novels.
Yes, Senator.
And they ask you for documents from, or papers you've written from college, post-college, and in high school. Is that right?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. How many hours did you spend putting all these documents together the first time?
I spent many, many hours.
How many?
Goodness, dozens of hours looking for them.
Okay. The documents that you didn't turn over, were they on the internet?
Couple were, but they were on a private server that, again, wasn't, we weren't aware of.
Who found them?
I believe Department of Justice working with me, we found them.
Okay. All right. And you turned those over?
Yes,
So
Senator.
we have everything now?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. You talked about being in college, and I think you said, and what you wrote in college, I think you said I didn't know anything. But you wanted to know more, didn't you?
I did, Senator.
What was your GPA at Cornell?
It's 4.08.
On what kind of scale?
I think if you got an, my mom will be proud of this, but I think if you got an A plus, you got a 4.3. But if you got an A, you got a 4.0.
So you made all A's?
I did, Senator.
Did you make a B?
I did not, Senator.
Well, you'll never be a senator, that's for sure. I take it you spent a lot of time reading and thinking and talking and debating. Is that right?
I did, Senator.
Is that what college is supposed to be about, making people think, not making them feel comfortable?
I discussed a lot of issues with a lot of people. Even if I didn't know all the facts, I wanted to learn things, and maybe sometimes, overzealous way, but I try to talk and debate with lots of people.
And did you test your arguments against, or your assumptions against the arguments of others?
I did, Senator.
Did you believe the same things when you left Cornell that you did when you entered Cornell?
No, I did not, Senator.
Okay. Geez, I thought that was the purpose of college. Do you consider that a bad thing?
No, Senator. I think college is a time of experimentation. Obviously, certain things I regret writing because I didn't know enough. But it was a learning process for me.
Let me. I don't want to go too far over. Let me ask you kind of a metaphysical question. Yeah. Uh-oh. What, Mr. Collins, I've kind of neglected you over there. What is your definition of justice?
My definition of justice it would be to have the law fairly and faithfully applied to my situation. I would want, if I were a litigant, I would want the court to give me my rights in accordance with the laws as set down.
What if those laws are wrong?
If those laws are wrong, then we have a political process whereby people can ask for them to be changed. But in the courts, you have to follow the laws as written and the precedents as handed down.
What about you, Professor?
Senator, I think it's justice is treating people equally, no matter where they come from, who they may be, and treat them in equal fashion.
I think you're both right. I think justice is when people get what they deserve. And let me
Careful here.
and let me explain what I mean by that. It's broader than just crime and punishment. I think the people in Tibet, for example, deserve to be able to worship their God. I think it's unjust what China does to them. I think if someone rapes somebody, they deserve to be punished equally. Sentences commensurate with the crime and fairly applied, and you try as much as you can to treat everybody equally in equal circumstances. I think. Would you agree with me? And if you don't, that's cool. That a nonviolent crime can do as much damage as a violent crime.
Oh, it can, Senator. I mean, a serious fraud, for example, of an elderly person can have a devastating impact.
You mentioned earlier, Mr. Collins, about in the context of criminal justice, and I don't want to take it out of context, but we need to do better with nonviolent crime. Is that right?
Well, I mean, it's ultimately always up to the Congress to refine the sentencing system, and I think there's been a lot more thought put in certainly in the dozen years since I last testified on these matters about how to change those to reflect our current understanding of.
Well, these parents that just cheated, that just bought their kids' way into college. I read the indictment last night. I got 80% of the way through it. It's long. It'll make you want to scream, make you want to heave. I don't know if you can scream and throw up at the same time, but that's nonviolent. Do you think they should be punished?
Well, their case will be presented to the court, which will then, decide the issues in accordance with the law.
Well, that's a very
It's
diplomatic
followed.
offer. I think they should be punished. Anyway, I'm getting off subject. Thanks, Mr. Chairman.